This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Districts in Canada,
from the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are. Join us.
You are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our listeners and viewers. We are now broadcasting live from INCRadio Canada in Calgary, Canada. You are now tuned in to INCRadio, changing lives through God's words. Changer les vies avec les mots de Dieu. I am one of your hosts. My name is Sister Hazel Buneg from the District of Calgary, local congregation of Westmount. To our viewers and listeners, feel free to join the conversation and show some love and appreciation to your friends by giving them a shout out in the comment section. So whether that be below or on the right side, feel free to also say hi to us because we also respond over there. So now it's not just me during this broadcast. I'm going to pass on to the other hosts here, and I'll pass it on to Sister LJ. How are you doing?
Hi, Ate Hazel, and hello, INCRadio Canada. I'm Sister LJ Palomeno, and I'm from the local congregation of Winnipeg South here in the heart of Canada, here in the district of Manitoba. Ayan. Ate Hazel, how's the weather over there in Calgary? Because I'm curious.
Oh, I see. We're going with temperature. So here in Canada, we go by Celsius. So
Mm.
right now, I believe it's 9 degrees. It's actually pretty sunny, but it's still chilly, windy outside. I do love the dramatic change because a few weeks ago it was like minus 20. Well, actually, most of February was just brutal in terms
Cold.
of the wind chill. So now it's more of a transition of the seasons, which is why we're having this topic about seasons of growth. How's the temperature like there in Winnipeg?
Yes, at the here right now it's actually 2 degrees, so it's been a little chilly, but yes, I definitely appreciate, the warmth that's, starting to come through now that we're in March. And yes, same for us here in Manitoba. It's been a harsh winter in February. It's been like -40, -30. So, it's a nice to get a little break and we're starting to see more sun. So that's awesome. But other than that, we also have other hosts that are here today. Let's go to Edmonton. Hi, Ate Glaze.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the viewers. I'm Sister Glaze Apollinario from the District of Edmonton, local of Eastwood. And since we're talking about the weather, here in Edmonton, it's currently 6 degrees. So I agree with Ate LJ how like February was like -20s and 30s. So it was really great. And that means summer is fast approaching and really excited for that. So
Ayun. Ayan, thank you, Ate Glaze. And of course, Ate Kathleen is also here. And I wonder what's the weather like for her over there in British Columbia.
Yes, you're right, Sister LJ. Hello everyone. My name is Sister Kathleen Gao, and I am from the District of British Columbia. Hello, hello, po to those who are currently tuned in to INC Radio. Our weather here has been uh, unpredictable. Actually, right now we have an atmospheric river approaching us, the coast and the islands surrounding Vancouver Island. So there's a lot of rain come started from last night up to the weekend. So it's not very great here, but it's still warmer than our usual. Not warmer than where Alberta and Winnipeg is, but definitely a lot warmer, around I think 8 degrees Celsius. So pretty warm. Yes. Hello, Pot. Too. I just wanted to give an acknowledgement to our district minister, po, Brother Glendo H. Baitan, our assistant district minister, Brother Romeo Maglaya, and our CFO, Christian Family Organization overseer, Brother Renel Romero, and our district multimedia advisor, po, Brother Brian Villarmino. Back to you, Sister Hazel. Or shall we have at the Mason from the GT?
Yes, is she ready?
Is she? Maybe
We'd
not yet.
love to
Oh,
see
there.
her.
Hi everyone, I miss you all. Hi and hello to all our listeners and viewers po. Oh, I hope my video is not working. Well, I will fix that later. I'll do my intro first. Yes po, your Ate Mason Miguel Montemayor, finally. Yeah.
Mayor. Congrats,
I
Ate.
love how she said finally.
I know, right?
Yes, Ate
Slide
LJ,
that
Ate
in.
Mason.
In case our viewers and listeners don't know, she just got married. So congratulations to her.
Congratulations, Ate
We have
Dimple.
a little cheer from Kuya Tech. Yeah.
Thank you so much po sa lahat. Yeah, and my digit's not working yet, but I will fix later po so that you can see my pretty face. I know you miss me, joke. And yes, hi, hello to our listeners and viewers. Your Ate Dimple is back from here, this ecclesiastical district of Greater Toronto. And our weather right now is what is it? -3, but it feels like -9. It's still chilly, but it's getting there. It's getting warmer. And yes, Kuya Tek, thank you po. And of course, would like to greet our District Minister, Cara Ola Dalia po, and of course, Kasi Piña, our Assistant District Minister, and of course, Kakar Kakino, our CF Overseer, and all the ministers and evangelical workers here in our district po. Hi and hello, and all the brethren po here in our district. Hi and hello, and good evening po sa lahat. Back to you, Ate Hazel.
Thank you, Sister Mason. So congratulations to you. We are so very happy. Now, just going back to our topic here, and so our topic for this broadcast. Before that, actually, we do have a guest. So I did want to introduce her. If you can have Sister Ina, your name, local congregation, maybe a fun fact about you, so we can already get started with our conversation.
Hi po. I'm Sister Ina Manzano from the local congregation of Spruce Meadows. And a fun fact about me is that I was born in Dubai. So I don't know if a lot of people know that, but yeah, I was born in Dubai and it's great to be here. This is actually my first time on radio. So this is a really exciting opportunity and I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you, Sister Ina. Yes, I do know a little bit of your backstory, seeing that we've talked before, of course. She is part of the District of Calgary. And the reason why I asked you, and that you actually answered my first question already, we're going to go straight to our topic. It is building connections and fostering relationships. So it's never too late to build new connections and open our world to new people that to come into our lives while we continue to foster our current relationships, be it family, friendship, romantic, or professional. Building on these existing relationships can open doors to new opportunities and personal growth. Some of us know each other personally through our own respective duties, as well as being friends. But let's get to know each other better throughout this broadcast so we can build even a stronger connection, right? So, just like Sister Ina, she already answered the first question about a fun fact about what we might not know. Seeing that it is her first time, uh, I guess, should I ask the question to myself? What's a fun fact people don't know about me? Let me see. Before I'll pass it on to somebody different. So, I fun fact. Okay, I like to listen to upbeat music in the car. So we'll just start soft and then we'll go on a little bit deeper in conversation later. I'll pass this on to Sister LJ. What's a fun fact about you that we don't already know?
Fun. I don't know if I call this a fun fact, but I actually have a knee injury where I broke or I tore my ACL from a trampoline park. So never doing that again.
I don't know if that's a
But yeah.
fun fact. That sounds more of a hurtful fact, but good to know.
Exactly, but I don't think a lot of people know that about me. But okay, there you go. That's all I can think of. It's spur of the moment, but yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I didn't even know that. Wow, Sister LJ, a fun, hurtful fact about you. But yeah, Sister Kathleen.
Ako talaga, wala nga ako maisip eh. Anyways, ano nga ba? Well, I was actually gonna ask Sister Ina, how good is Dubai chocolate ba? I've been asking about that question.
Sure. I'm curious too. I want
Yeah,
to ask
Sister
her.
Ina, what does a Dubai chocolate? Is it really popular in Dubai?
I actually haven't been to Dubai in like a couple years, so I might have forgotten how it tastes. But from from what I remember, po, it's actually like really good, po. So if you ever get a chance to try it, it's definitely worth the hype.
Is it really
Ayan.
sweet? Like, is it?
You know, that's a good question. I actually don't remember, but seeing that it is chocolate, I think it might be a little sweet, po. But that's why there's water.
Well, if I can interject, because I've actually tried it. Yes, so I believe it's pistachio and chocolate together.
Oh,
It's
that
really
must be
good.
so good.
Honestly, if you like try a combination, it's a little pricey, but it's going viral on social media these days. Dubai chocolate, not sponsored, but it's not really a particular brand, right? So,
No,
if
it's
you do have a
not.
chance to try it, it's definitely, and you have a sweet tooth like myself, definitely is something you should try. So.
Ayan. So I finally got a time to actually think about a fun fact about me. Thank you so much, Sister Ina, for giving me that time to think about my fun fact. Because my husband just greeted on the live chat. Hello to my husband. Fun fact about me is that my first date with my husband was actually a blind date. So, so that was I know it wasn't really a fun fact because I could not think of anything else but that. So yeah, fun fact about me and my husband, we started dating and it was a blind date for us. So yeah, yun lang. Wala na akong maisip. But my actually one of my closest friends set it up for us. So I was very thankful for her having that opportunity to be in a blind date, not knowing who you're going who's going to show up on a restaurant. But yes, thankful for that day. That's it for me. What about you, Sister Glaze?
Ate, I can think of anything.
I know, right? This is so difficult.
Wait, I can't go a day without having sweet.
Ooh.
Like if I didn't eat any sweet in a day, I feel like there's something's missing with my. I don't know if that's even fun fact, but yeah.
Interesting fact. That's an interesting fact about you. I could not agree more. I think I really love sweets as well. What about
Mhm.
everyone else? What about Sister Ina? Do you love sweets as well?
Yes, po. I actually just had a cookie before before logging on.
I think Sister
Yeah.
Kathleen knows how much I love cookies. So.
Oh, she does. She love her cookies. Anywhere you go, she has to buy a cookie anywhere.
Yeah.
So, not mentioning, we would like to mention some of our YouTube comments here. But we have brother Mario Oka. Hello, sister LJ. Sabi ni brother Mario, and I think he's from local of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Hello to brother Mario and hello,
Yes, because I was
brother.
asking about the weather ate.
Yeah. Ano bang sabi ni brother Mario?
Sabi
It's
niya maulan daw kaninang madaling araw, pero ngayon wala na. Ayun.
Ayun. That's good to know po. And we also have Brother Philip Salvador. Ayan. Hello, Brother Philip. We miss you on our chat here. We also have Sister Roslyn Gaviola Ching. Hello po from INC Radio Canada, District of Saskatchewan. And of course, Mommy Lucila Bunag is in the chat as well. Hello po. Welcome to
Hi,
everyone
Mom.
tuning to INC Radio. Greetings from local of Westmount, District of Calgary. Ayan. Back to you, Sister Hazel.
All right. So, next question here, I'll bring to, I guess I'll ask myself first. So, second question, how do you spend your free time? So, myself, if I'm not broadcasting for radio or preparing for, I'm also a CWS teacher as well. So, I do study and work. But apart from all of that, I don't know. I like going out to different restaurants and trying new things and with friends, right? So just sharing new experiences is how I um, spend my free time. And what else? Oh, I play video games as well. So that's another fun fact about me. Yeah, Sister LJ,
Ayun.
I'll bring
I,
it to
lo-
you.
I was just gonna chime in about the video games. I do the same thing when I have free time. So besides, like what Ate Hazel said, besides working and performing our duties, on my free time, yes, I do also play video games or like mobile games. And I also have been into reading lately. So I've read 2 books, or I've finished 2 books so far for the year 2025. So my goal is 12, so one for each month. But I kind of binged read like 2 books in January, so that's why I'm a little bit of ahead of my goal. I'm about halfway through the one I'm currently reading. But yeah, I've gotten into reading lately, which is something very, very relaxing. So before I go to bed or when I'm just sitting here on my desk, I read. So that's what I've been up to on my free time. Yeah, Ate
Yeah,
Glaze, ikaw.
LJ.
I like I like to sleep on my free time.
Me too. Me too. I love that answer. We love
I'm
to
like
nap.
yeah, like hearing yours and Ate Hazel, I'm like, oh, they're so productive. But like I like recently, like lately, I've been liking to sleep a lot. So yeah, that's my free time. But I know I'm gonna change. I have to change that to be more productive. But yeah,
It's good to squeeze in a little, nap time in between like
yeah.
productivity hours. That's what I used to do when I went to university. When I would get home from work and then I would go straight to my first class after
Mhm.
uni. And then when I would get home, I would actually take a nap, like a 2-hour nap. And then I would actually go back to studying afterwards. So it
Yeah.
helps, but it's hard to kind of break the, the cycle of wanting to nap every day.
Oh
So
Like
I
what's
feel
no,
a
you.
nap? It's not a
I
nap.
agree with the whole napping business. After work, I'm so tired, as they might already know here. So I'm just
Yes, Ate
okay.
Hazel loves her naps after work. Like I
Yeah,
can't call her after work because she's usually napping.
yes. There's a scheduled nap there because I don't get enough sleep before that. So I'm just like, okay, this is my time to recoup and just get back to re-energizing myself for the next activity. Really. So yeah, we'll bring the question to Sister Ina. What do you do in your free time?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I nap too, or that's my. I was gonna say it's my favorite hobby, but if I can't take naps, I usually go out like throughout the city just to see like, oh, what's new, especially if it's like like a new coffee shop because I love finding like new, I guess, coffee shops. I don't know how to explain that better, but chai lattes, yeah, that's like the
Ooh,
one thing that I
latte is
find
always good.
always.
I love that, Tina. I feel the same way. I've been rediscovering new like cafes around the city, and it's nice because then you're also supporting local businesses, right? And also you get to find a new spot for your friends and family to kind of hang out instead of just staying at home. But yeah, I love that. I love that. At the Catholinica, what do you do in your free time?
What I like to do in my free time, I actually like to go to grocery and then just go around.
Run errands on your free.
Yeah, it's not like even running errands. It's more of like I just like to go around, and sometimes when, for example, like here in Canada, you can't really go out as much as you can for outdoor
Mm-hmm.
activities. So what I like to do is actually go to a grocery store. Even I don't have to buy anything. I can walk out of grocery store without buying anything, or maybe like just one item or two. But I love going to grocery stores and just going around each aisle and and basically look at different products, and knowing the different products from which one I'm gonna get for the next grocery trip will give me some idea of what I wanted to do for cooking the next day or next week. So I actually love grocery stores or shop in, but shopping, not having to shop.
Mm-hmm.
So
Window shopping. Window shopping.
window shopping, yon. I'm trying to
Yes.
find that exact word in my mind. But also I've been also, if I'm at home, recently my husband got me a walking pad. So I've been walking
Mm.
while watching, so it helps me boost my steps when I'm,
And you hit your step goal, no ate.
yes, I get my step goal. So trying to be more active even when I'm at home. So yeah, that's what I'm like try to spend my time on my free times. Ayan. What about the next question?
Oh no, I think Kuya JC just wanted to chime in. What do you
Oh,
do in your free time, Kuya? If you have any.
If he I was just gonna say
I
if
don't
he has
have.
any.
No, no. To be honest, I don't have a free time. What is free time? That's
I think Kuya, your free time is spending time with your
With your
kids.
family.
no, no,
Yes.
no. To be honest, free time. Every single time that I have, like, kunyari, like even just 30 minutes. Yes, those are free time for me. And yes, it's kids time, especially because the youngest one, it's hard for him to let alone in the house. He will going to follow you everywhere and do what everything. So yun yung free time is like to play with them, bond with them. Pero sometimes, of course, even you want to also have your me time from those free time, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you want to play a quick game of something before you play. So parang just for my own ano rin, I try to find a way to be able to find my free time. Yun yung sa akin.
So Kuya's free time is trying to find free time.
Exactly. No, paano ba to? Para explain. Kasi I was on this, meron ako scenario na parang group of friends. Tapos sabi ko sa kanila, sometimes, alam nyo, it's nice to find a time that, yung parang you're not doing anything. And you just sit there, you just look, and that's it. Wala ka nang hinalan. And that's the free time. Parang tutungan. Kaya lang, it's hard to find that. Hindi mo na makikita. Wala ka nang mahahanap kasi it's just talagang busy talaga. But again, free time, kids time, self time, yun yung ginagawa ko usually for myself.
Ayun. I think that's a life of a parent, right, Kuya JC?
Yeah, I know. And darating din kayo dyan. I'm waiting for you to join us.
Anyways, let's go to the next question, Sister Hazel. What's our
All
next
right.
question?
All right. Thank you, Kuya JC, for chiming in there. So before we get on to our next segment, I'll go on with one of our, I guess we'll go in a deeper question here. What is something that you're passionate about? I'm going to ask Sister LJ first before I go.
What is something I'm passionate about? I'm passionate about my career. That's really what I'm really passionate about at the moment. I love what I'm doing in all aspects of my career at the moment. And I'm hoping to go back to school to expand more of that passion. But other than that, yeah, that is what I'm passionate about at the moment at the Hazel.
Yes, if you
I'm just
talk to her
excited
about
for what's to
dentistry,
come.
by the way, is her field, um, then yes, she's very passionate about it. And even though I myself don't like going to the dentist, she actually makes me like it just a little bit,
Just a little bit. It's
not enough
okay.
for me
It's
to
okay.
like
I
jump
get that a
in and
lot.
like I need
Everybody
to go to
everybody
the
says
dentist right now.
exactly. Everybody says they don't like the dentist, but that's okay. It doesn't offend me at all. But I'm happy when people try to go back to the dentist and get back into their regular routine with oral hygiene, which is I always applaud them. Even just the littlest things go a long way when you go back to the dentist, even if it's slowly, even if you have that fear. But yes, at the
Like I
Hazel.
like dentists out there.
Thank you, thank
I'm
you.
not scared because I remember when I was a kid, every time they have to like take off my tooth, I always have ice cream right after. So I'm looking
Yes,
forward to like for the appointment, and like I
for the
never
treat
cried.
after.
Yeah, when the dentist like open your mouth, I was like go just stick it out so I can get my ice cream.
I love that. You know what? That's one of the things that we do in dentistry is like positive reinforcement. Literally, we would tell the kids like, "Hey, I'd give you a lollipop after. Of course, it's sugar free. We do have lollipops that we give out at the dentist, but sugar free." So yes, it definitely helps when you
Yeah,
have
because
positive
usually like the
reinforcement.
dentist like having a hard time with kids because like they're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like
Exactly, exactly.
with my dentist, they're like amazed and happy every time I came in because I'm just like my mouth is open, just take it out. Like I'm ready.
You're ready.
Like, I'm not gonna have a hard time. Just take it out.
I love that. See, that's what makes me happy. That's why I'm passionate about my
You know, one
job.
thing one thing that inspires my kids, LJ,
Yes,
after the
Kuya.
dentist, they have free toys.
Yes, we also have free toys.
My kids know where to get the toy. So after that, the thing that they do, clean everything, they will go to the table and
Mm-hmm.
they're waiting. The receptionist sometimes forgot and said, "Oh, we're waiting for our free toy." Automatic right away.
I love that. We also have one at the office. It's a treasure box. And yeah, the kids know exactly where to go after their appointments. So I usually get them to pick two because then if they're extra good. But anyways, we're getting a little further away. But yes, that's what I'm passionate about. My job as in dentistry I am.
That's so good to know. And the fact is, there's positive reinforcement. Mine was more negative, so that's why maybe I have those experiences where I don't want to go to the dentist. But I'm glad, it is changing. Um, so I do want to bring that attention to Sister Ina. What is something that you're passionate about? I already know that you're a great writer. She's one of our writers for District Multimedia here, and I think anything that I read from her, it's great. So that's my comment from and feedback as a producer here. So
That's actually the thing that I was gonna say. The thing I'm really passionate about is writing and storytelling in general. Like even with film, like any medium where any story is being told, like whether it's like fiction or nonfiction, like I really like bringing out stories and like learning where I guess I guess like for example for like district multimedia, I really like to learn where people came from, how their journey came and stuff, like yeah. So yeah, film and stuff.
yes, thanks, Sister Ina. She's one of our writers here, as I mentioned before, and I do applaud her work quite a lot, which is why we do ask her for scripts and all of that. Hopefully, one day, you'll be writing our or in cinema and film entries for the future. So we'll see. No pressure. Sister Kathleen, you're the only one. Oh wait, Sister Mason, she wants to chime in as well. What are you passionate about?
I am passionate about a lot of things. I don't know. It's for me. it's very difficult for me to pick one thing that I'm really passionate about. This is a problem of mine that I feel like I am. I'm quite versed on doing different things. Sometimes it could be messy at the same time, but overall, I am just really passionate about learning. Anything that I can learn new things in my field or anything around the people around me. It could be your life story. It could be it could be anything around not knowing about you from knowing about you. I'm just passionate about people experiences. That's why my husband always say that we're opposite of the two things. He's a kind of an introvert, and I'm more of an approachable person that I can just totally talk to you with with anything in my mind. But all in all, I think I am just more passionate about learning about everything around me. Could be with my work field. It could be just don't give me a book.
You know, I
could
feel like
could try.
at the cast, now that I think about it, it's like, what is a fun fact about you is your job. Your job is very interesting. Like, I always say, I no, tell us what your job is, because I always say she's a scientist, and I love that
Yeah.
about her.
Yeah, so that's a fun fact about me. It's so funny how you said that because without knowing me personally, they wouldn't know what I do in life. I don't possess that type of typical scientist look because I try to avoid when I leave at work. I try to just say, okay, that's work, and then when I go out of the door, this is me. This is what you see is what you get. But basically, a fun fact about me for all of our viewers and listeners, I actually work in the science field, research and development. So majority of the times I do work in a laboratory setting, trying to mix up things and do a research about it. But most of my research now are mostly in an environmental field, which is climate change, carbon capture, which is removal of carbon dioxide from air. So yeah, I work with a lot of engineers basically. So trying to see if I can switch up career and become an engineer one day, but we'll see.
You're literally someone I would want to be when I grow up.
Wow, thank
Even
you
though I'm already kind of grown, but
I think you're already, you're already grown up. But yeah, thank you so much, LJ. That's very, very thoughtful. And yeah,
I
back
All
to
think
right.
that's such a
your
fun fact about Ate Kathleen. Like, you don't meet a lot of scientists or people who work in a laboratory every day. You really don't. So I love that about her. That's it. Share ko lang.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Especially if if you see me in media. Anyways, before we move to our next segment, I just wanted to include some of the comments here from our YouTube. We have Brother Emmanuel Espanol, I believe one of your ministers in the District of Calgary, right, Sister Hazel?
Correct. Yes, he used to be in Edmonton as well. So, Evan, thank you so much for tuning in. Regards to the rest of your family who are tuning in also. Oh, any more comments?
No, that's pretty much it that I can see right now. I know, Sister. Oh, of course, we would not forget Brother Joe Montemayor. Hetong sabi niya. Happy viewing to all of our brethren and hello sa wife ko, Sister Maiden.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Sana all.
Ayan. And for yeah, please continue to keep and put into your comments, brother and sister.
All right. So before we move on and resume our discussion, we've learned quite a number of things about our guest and host today. We'll go on with a short segment. It's verse of the week. So Kuya Tech, if you can play our segment.
Hello, everyone. These days, people use social media to connect with others and even to establish meaningful friendships. This proves how important relationships, especially friendships, are to all of us. But which are the true friends worth keeping? I'm Brother Neil Omelda, and that's what we'll answer in our verse of the week. Let's read what is recorded here in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6, and we're reading it from the Voice translation. Wounds inflicted by the correction of a friend prove he is faithful. The abundant kisses of an enemy show his lies. Which friends are worth keeping? The faithful ones. The ones who are willing to help you by giving sound advice. They even correct you, help you if you make mistakes. They are the ones who will disagree with you if what you're doing, thinking, saying, or what you're about to do is wrong and will lead you down the wrong path. On the other hand, who are not good friends? Well, those who lie. They will tell you sweet lies you want to hear instead of the ugly truth that you need to hear. Beware of them, for the Bible describes them as enemies and not friends. So choose the good friends who will help build you up. And once you find them, hold on to them and be a good friend to them, just as you want them to be a good friend to you. To our friends, we continue to invite all of you to join us in our Bible studies and in our worship services, and even visit our website at incmedia.org to learn more about the Church of Christ. That's our verse for the week. Stay safe, stay strong, stay faithful. God bless.
All right. Thanks for we're back here on INC Radio Canada. Thank you for tuning in, and you just watched the verse of the week about signs of a true friend. So I just felt that that would resonate with all of us, and a good reminder to what kind of people that we should hang around and associate ourselves with. So just a good reminder there. So, as we resume our discussion, the topic of our conversation today, building connections and fostering relationships. So, hopefully, if you haven't already tuned in, if you didn't tune in earlier, we can resume our discussion here. A little bit deeper questions, but we did find some interesting facts, including both Sister LJ and Sister Kathleen's career fields. So, yeah. Thank you so much for that. Um, so going on to our next question, I this may take some time for in case if you haven't reflected already. So, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received, and why is it so meaningful? I'll ask the question again. What's the best piece of advice you've received, and why is it so meaningful? Let me see who looks like they're ready. No, Sister LJ and Sister laughing.
Thanks, Ate Hazel. I always laugh, but okay. But anyways, what's the best piece of advice I've ever received, and why is it meaningful? When it comes to building connections and friendships and relationships, I think one of the advice that I always receive is always be kind, right? I think everyone has heard of that. Always be kind to one another and to even those who you meet as strangers. You there's always room to be kind, and even in my work field, right, being in a dentistry field, I'm a dental assistant, so I see a lot of patients. And one of the things that goes a long way is actually being compassionate and being empathetic, and being kind to your patients, because you make that connection. And over time, as I see my patients, and even new patients that come in with my dentist, they there's always something that sticks out, which is when you're nice to them, they're gonna be nice back to you. And also be very welcoming. And then even at church, right, when we invite our friends and family to come and listen, right, one of the things they always point out when they come to our Bible studies or evangelical missions is how welcome they feel. And again, being kind always goes a long way, whether you know them personally. And it's also I think one of the fundamental things that you need to have in order to make a connection is to be kind and be friendly and empathetic. So that's my take on that question at the Hazel. I hope that answers your question.
No, that's great. If anything, that relates to the lesson that I taught earlier. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm also a children's worship service teacher. So, CWS is what we call them. And the lesson is about helping our fellow men. So, being kind, being sympathetic, and compassionate is something that we try to do good to those who need it, right? So, here in the Church of Christ, we have initiatives like the INC Giving, as well as our Care for Humanities, right? Those are activities that we help and provide relief to anyone who might need it. So, for example, last year here in Calgary, we donated food, non-perishable food items in to the Calgary Food Bank, right? So each locale group worship service prepared these food items for that activity, and that's just an example that we do so many other things. And I your answer just brought that to mind. So I'm like, okay, that yeah, that's good. I like that. In terms of a piece of advice that I bring that question to myself, I think I need more time. I don't really think about this question for myself. So I'm gonna ask Sister Glaze.
Um,
She's also laughing. But
I've been
before,
thinking what should.
sorry, Sister Glaze, before you answer your question, I kind of wanted to chime in with what Sister LG said. I feel like it resonates more of like, be kind and you want it to be how you want it to be treated, right? Like, the way you, if you wanted to be treated as kind, then treat others with kindness as well, right? I think we've had a lot of activities, as what Sister Hazel mentioned about making kindness, different kindness, as a testament of sharing our faith, right? Sharing your faith as a testament of kindness. So treating others the way they want to be treated is one of what Sister LJ was resonating. So maybe Sister Glaze, that have given you a little bit of time to think about your answers. Not really.
Well, when I heard like about the question, like what's the best piece of advice, I've thought about this advice that was given for the Kadiwas. So the Kadiwas are like the 18 and above. It's like if you're gonna look for a partner, find someone who has a stronger faith or equal faith, since you guys are gonna pull up each other during the hard times. So that really stuck in my head, and that's like the first thing that I've thought about when I heard the question. So yes.
I actually really like that. That's a good thing to note because as you know, there things go on. Life isn't getting any easier, um, to bear, right? So just having someone out there to support you during those difficult times and also be there during your happier times, it's even better, right, Sister Kathleen?
Yes, yes, for sure. I am actually curious what Sister Ina says about this question about giving, what the best advice she's ever received. Sister Ina, you're a writer. I think something in there is trying to, let you be that creativity. But what is the best advice that you've received, and why is it so meaningful?
Thank you for that question. Now I'm stressed. So I was thinking about this, but thank you for giving me time to think about my answer. um One of, I guess, like the first thing that came up into my head was like I heard this like a while back, especially having like a lot of responsibilities put on me, is that it's okay not to be okay. Um Especially being I guess a self-proclaimed hyper independent person, like it's really hard for me to reach out to people and then be like, oh yeah, I actually do need help, like with something, and then just knowing that there are people, especially if you have those tight relationships like with friends, you can go up to them and know that they won't judge you for having problems, because not everyone is perfect. Even like like we've seen on social media and stuff, like the only things we post are the things that are good and happy. They don't really show like the downfalls of our lives. So that's really the thing that came to mind.
I love that she said that it's okay not to be okay. Because yes, like Athena said, right? There are times where we're gonna feel like we need help, and even though we say we're okay, we're not really okay. And we love those friends that do, reach out to us and ask us, oh, like, I hope you're doing well. That's them reaching out, doing their part, to build that connection with you, right? And also having one of a good fundamentals or base of friendship or any relationship is having good communication skills, right? Being able to talk, being vocal about your how you feel, is also a very good thing, right? Not only for yourself but also for the other person who you're also trying to build that connection or have that friendship with or that relationship with, because it sucks when you have a one-sided relationship and you don't know what the other person's thinking about, and it's not fair for them as well, is what I always say. Just be vocal when you feel comfortable to do so, of course, right? In your own timeline, of course. But anyways, sorry, I just wanted to chime in on that, on what Ate is saying there.
Yes. So before we get ahead of ourselves and the conversations are getting great, I'm not going to be asking all the questions, so I'm just going to skip right to the last question here. And or okay, maybe we have room for two more questions. Okay, what what do you value most in a friendship? Again, what do you value most in a friendship? And sister, I'll give this to Sister Kathleen because she didn't answer the other one.
Oh, wow. Ang bilis ng oras, no? Like when we
Yeah, it's already quarter two.
we are having deeper conversation. What was another question? What do you value most in a friendship? Well, I do value most in a friendship is trust. Um, to me, the fact that you're entrusting me with entrusting me with your secrets, or entrusting me with what you feel, you're entrusting me with you're being open with what you feel and your emotions. That's when you basically have more connections to a deeper level of friendship, and that's how you connect with someone, is you trusting them and they trusting you. So it is a two-way connection where trust is given and trust is also received. So that is basically my answer. Si
Thank
LJ
you.
ganun ng ganun eh. Si LJ.
Yeah, Sister LJ, did you want to expand on that?
No, I was just I was just agreeing with what she said. So basically what I also said earlier is, having that good communication. When you have that established with someone, whether it's romantically and, through your friendship, I think that makes a world of a difference when you have really good communication between each other. So that's it. That's all I wanted to chime in.
All right. We'll just go with one answer for that question because I do think we most of us agree with having trust in a friendship. Trust, I would say, also loyalty, if anything. Um, that can be hard to find these days, right? So just having someone that I can trust, and someone I know that will, trust my own secrets and things that I don't want the rest of the world to know, then then yeah, it is something that it's something truly special and something that you should definitely keep. Right now, I'll go on and move on to our last question here. How can we apply these lessons about building connections and growing these relationships as members and officers inside the Church of Christ? And Sister Ina, I'm going to ask you.
sorry, but do you mind repeating the question? I forgot what the question
Okay.
was already.
Okay, I'll repeat the question. So, how can we apply these lessons we've learned during our broadcast today about building connections and growing these relationships as members and officers inside the Church of Christ?
Ayan, nag-iisip siya, Sister Ina. Bibigyan
Sister
natin siya
Ina.
ng, let's give her a moment to think about her answers. Ano nga ba, Sister Glaze? Ikaw ba, meron ka bang naiisip? Ayan. Pero before, ayan, bibigyan natin si Sister Ina ng time to think. But we also wanted to get hello po to Brother Eleazar Garcia. Greetings to all of the brethren po. It is our prayer po that your station will all the more flourish and progress, providing a platform for local voice and discussion, fostering brotherhood in the church. Ang ganda ng message ni Brother Eleazar Garcia. Ayan, going back to Sister Ina. Ready ka na ba?
Somewhat po.
Somewhat, that's better, yeah.
I guess we can apply building these connections as officers, especially when we're trying to reach out to I guess the future of the church po. So I'm a CWS officer po, and the thing that really is important to me is building strong relationships with the kids po. I like I guess growing up I had the opportunity to have ates and kuyas inside the church to really help me not only expand my own faith but also really understand myself as a person. So by having that trust with one another, especially with an ate kuya figure, it really allows us to have that strong relationship with one another.
Thank you, Sister Ina. Thank you for the very thoughtful answer. And seeing that we only have 9 minutes left, we still have a few segments to go. I'll just wrap it up with a Christian value takeaway. And I just want to thank so much for the guests and hosts here. I did not know that we would have such a value discussion. So maybe we'll have a part two of this sometime in the future. So our Christian value takeaway would be building connections and fostering good relationships with our already existing family, friendships, professional or romantic relationships is an essential part of our everyday life and overall mental and emotional well being. Just as we've learned in our broadcast, they can help us during difficult situations and become a better version of ourselves. All the more, we should be mindful with whom we associate ourselves with and choose our friends wisely. So, before we move on to let's say, further discussion about our CFO in action as well as our catching up with Canada. We'll have an INC original music video called Gather Together by the District of Calgary. Kuya Tech?
It is now mandatory under the Quarantine Act to stay home and self-isolate for 14 days.
So there is perfect clarity around the need to isolate when Canadians come back from abroad, whether it's from the USA or other international destinations. We are implementing the Quarantine Act, so there is no...
Hey everyone, you need to know the truth. You need to know the truth, yeah. Cause I've been walking around and I wanna share my faith with you. So take a moment and listen up closely. I'll only take a minute of your time. Oh, the words that you will hear is exactly what you need. Even if it may hurt, the truth will set you free. We must be gathered together, gathered together, gathered together. We must be gathered together, gathered together, gathered together. Do you love God? Oh, you love God. Love is more than words. To prove your love, you gotta live by all of His teachings. Yeah, it's God's will we must fulfill. If you want eternal life, we must be gathered together, gathered together, gathered together. We must be gathered together, gathered together, gathered together.
Okay, and we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in to our INC original music called Gather Together from the District of Calgary. So that was played during our INC MV Awards. I believe this was back in 2021. So we're currently working on another one in the district. So I just felt that we should bring that back. So now we've already finished our discussion, and we'll just do a quick round of catching up with Canada and CFO in action. Now, we don't have anything, at least for the District of Calgary, but I believe the District of Edmonton does have one. Sister Glace, do you know? If not, I do have just one poster, so I'll just mention it here. There is an evangelical mission. The topic is who Christ truly died for. I think this will be on Sunday, March the 9th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time at the Eastwood House of Worship there in Edmonton. So that's all I know in terms of activities, at least here. Is there anything in BC or Manitoba or Greater Toronto?
Yes, ate.
Yes, is there any activities there in Greater Toronto?
Yes po, Ate Hazel. Thank you po for CFO in action po in our district po. There will today, March 8, the CWS in the local congregation of Midtown Toronto held CWS board games at their function hall, and also the local congregation of Forest Hill. They also conducted a Kadiwa team building, and that's March 8 also. And tomorrow in our local, we're going to hold a CEBSI film showing entitled Guerrero Tres po, 5 p.m. at 60 Hilda Avenue po. So I'm so excited to watch that movie. And also on March 10, the local congregation of Midtown, we're going to conduct a Kadiwa designing seminar.
I wanted to go there. Seminar all about designing, and also on March 10, also the local congregation of Toronto, the Being Here organization will conduct a clay sculpting and painting po. So thank you po Ate Hazel. That's our activities po, our upcoming activities here in our district.
Thank you, Sister Mason. Always so exciting to hear all the activities there. And I just want to greet my cousin who is also there, Brother Aldis Manalo. So I'm not sure if he's part of the design seminar. He's a graphic designer. And then my uncle there, my uncle Frank Bunag, with the rest of the family. So before we close out the show, because we literally only have a minute left, I just want to ask Sister Ina, do you have any greetings or that you would like to say for knowing that it's your first time in joining the show?
No, po. I just want to say thank you for having me on the show, po, and it was such a nice opportunity to learn and meet all the hosts here, po, and thank you for being so nice to me, po. Thank you.
Of course, Sister Ina. Hopefully, we'll have you back again. So, 1 minute left. So, I'll just like to thank our district CFO advisor, as well as our district multimedia advisor, Brother Johnny Adalia, our assistant district minister, Brother Eleazar Yarcia, our district supervising minister, Brother Voltaire Tamisen, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Endaya, our INC radio station manager, Brother Wally Tarai, and special acknowledgments, of course, our CFO coordinator, CEBSI president, Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, and our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. We love you so much, Bo. Thank you so much for giving us this platform that we can use to um, inspire others and inspire ourselves. So thank you so much for tuning in to INC Radio Canada. Merci d'avoir écouté INC Radio Canada. Thank you so much for tuning with us, and hope you see you soon.
And tomorrow is daylight savings time here in Canada, so make sure you spring forward to summer.
Spring, actually. We're not there yet, but yes. Thank you
But
so
yes,
much.
we're getting there. Okay.
Sa pagpamay nagtindig ka ng mga lingkod mo mangunguna sa bayan nga iyong inihala. Sa iglesia sila ay nagmamahal. Sa amin iyong ibiniyaya ang pamamahala na sa'yo nagmula. Isang lider upang mamuna, pag-ibig sa iglesia